held here today, being 10th of August 2024. A time comes in life when silence is betrayal. And today, we are at that time where we must speak with respect to leadership in our country, Nigeria. This has become most necessary in view of the targeted personal attacks on political leaders from the southern Nigerian extraction. The truth of these words is beyond doubt, but the calling to speak sometimes is the most difficult one. Even when we are pressed by the demands of our inner truth, we must speak because it's the right thing to do. As ethnic youth leaders from the Niger Delta part of our country, Nigeria, we are dismayed by the organized and repeated attacks by some sections of this country whenever a southern is in power, such as the evil plots against ex-President Goodluck Jonathan, former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Onoge, former Director General of the Department of State Security, DSS, Dr. Matthew Seyefa, has currently witnessed targets and attacks on the current Minister of the FCT, Chief Barrister Nyesom WIKE, and several others too many to mention. Suffice it to say that under a southern leadership of the Nigerian Senate in the past, more especially when the Senate leadership was zoned to the southern eastern part of our country, 5 different Senate presidents emerged under a single administration. In contrast, during the northern leadership of the Senate under distinguished Senator David Mark, he enjoyed 8 years of uninterrupted leadership because of the massive support he got from colleagues from southern part of our country. Today, we are amazed with the fact that the same National Assembly, under a southern leadership in the Senate, is yet to enjoy any of such support, especially from the northern region of our country. Recently, as southern ethnic nationality youth leaders, we are beginning to observe the same pattern of evil orchestration against the current president of the Senate, who is a son of the southern part of Nigeria, especially the Niger Delta. We are therefore constrained to state unequivocally that any attempt to attack, to malign or impeach the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, will be met with serious consequences. Did I speak your mind?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
We are aware that some mischief makers are trying to make a meal of an informal remark made by the Senate President while he was addressing his kinsmen in Port Harcourt during this recent national protest, wherein he advised his children, his younger ones, to sit at home and enjoy themselves rather than engage in violent protests and destroy a country that is desperately needing survival and growth. However, this remark that was made on a lighter note has been quoted out of context. To speak the truth, this is rather preposterous. If a man who is like a father to his own children advises the children to stay at home instead of engaging in violent protests against our own nation, is that any crime about that?
No.
This is rather preposterous. Our position today is not in any way an attempt to deny the harsh economic reality currently faced by all Nigerians in our nation.
That's true.
This also does not indicate that leaders from the southern part of our country are all saints. Suffice to state here clearly that the foundation of Nigeria's current woes and economic failure was solidly laid by the former administration under President Muhammadu Buhari, who for 8 years was never aware of anything, including the mindless killings of Nigerians in every part of our nation. We are also witnesses to the unexplainable borrowings by the previous administration, just as the Niger Delta oil was pre-sold for years with entire monies taken to private accounts by same administration. Let us also inform Nigerians and the world that under the same administration, Senator Ahmed Lawan presided over the worst Senate leadership in our history. Yet, there was no organized protest from the southern part of this country, nor any impeachment attempt or plot by senators from the southern part of this country against their leadership. For emphasis, we state unambiguously that we stand firmly behind the Senate President, Dr. Godswill Akpabio, and all southern leaders, and we all Nigerians to support them for a better Nigeria, because their failure will always be failure for all Nigerians, and therefore they need the support of every Nigerians alike. Conclusively, we call on our leaders, especially the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of our country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to be more alive to their responsibilities as a matter of urgency to attend to the genuine needs of Nigerians as a means of alleviating the plights of Nigerians.